What is up, guys? How you doing? I just bought myself an old Volvo 740 for $50. Now obviously the exterior of the car isn't the best. It's been parked under a tree for a long time. It's seen its best days. It's got some rusting going on some places. The engine is, it runs fine. It sounds good. No problems there. These engines are known to be pretty bulletproof. The interior is relatively okay. Right, and the underside of the car is pretty rusty, as you would expect from a 30-year-old car that's been driving around in Sweden. But the main issue with this car right now, and the reason why I got it so cheap, is that it's leaking a bunch of fuel. So let's diagnose that right now. There is a inspection hole under the carpet of the luggage compartment. So let's look under there first of all. As you can see, I got a lot of free stuff with the car, which is really cool. I got some brand new spare parts. I got some brand new tools and brand new wiper blades and some other stuff. So yeah, that's probably the problem right there. Let's just verify that. Oh yeah. So I raised the car safely on jack stands. So let's begin disconnecting the hose. I've looked under and I think I know where it leads. So let's start by removing it up here, and after that go underneath the car and remove it where it connects. One side is off. And out she comes. Wow, look at that. That's probably the worst hose I've ever seen. So I went to the local hydraulics shop and bought me some fuel line, or fuel hose. So the thing was that in one end, as you saw, it was 8 millimeters, and in the other end it was around 10 millimeters. So I got some 10 millimeter hose and 8 millimeter fuel hose, and then this connection right here, which goes from 8 millimeter to 10 millimeter here. And I'm just hoping that it won't be a super tight fit on this side, because it was a little bit over 10 millimeters. It was around 11 millimeters, 11, 12 millimeters. So we will see if I will even get it on. Hopefully I will. So let's compare it to the old hose right here and cut it to length. So I want to cut it at the 8 millimeter side, so that the majority of the hose is a bigger diameter, so that fuel can flow as easily as possible. So let's cut it a little bit longer than the original hose, just to be on the safe side. So around here, maybe. That looks nice, and if I need to cut it more, I can just do it later, but this should be fine. So let's go and test fit it on the car. So I've tightened all the hose clamps, the one up here and underneath the car, which was pretty tight to get on, but I managed to slip it on. I used some soapy water to help along the way, and eventually it got on. So moment of truth here, let's see if it still leaks a bunch of fuel. Looks bone dry to me. That is just awesome. No leaks at all. At least up here. Let's check underneath. Nothing. Before it was just absolutely pouring out. No leaks.
Now before I go ahead and drive it in the garage and start working on it there, I just want to get rid of all the debris from the tree and all of the majority of the dirt off the car. So I just foam it down and rinse it off with a power washer.
So this is how she looks after getting rinsed with some high pressure water. Pressure wasn't actually that high. I turned it down a little bit because there's some paint chips and some rusting going on some places, so you want to be really careful when you're using a high pressure system on an old car like this. You want to keep your distance and be gentle. But anyways, this is how she looks. Quite a lot better after the rinse. She's still wet, obviously, because I just drove it in. The water just lays flat on the surface. It's not exactly water repelling. I am going to do a detail, if you will, on this car. This was just to get rid of all the debris from the tree because it was parked outside for a very long time. So it's going to be more enjoyable to work on now, for sure. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we will begin with the drop link, or the anti-roll bar link. See you tomorrow. So it's the next day here, and I've got the car up on the lift. Now I've noticed a few things that's wrong with the car. Right here, the bracket for the e-brake cable has rusted off. So I've looked up a repair part that you just clamp on the rear axle. So the drop link, as you can see here, has rusted off. The previous owner tried to get it off, but he rounded off the bolt head right here. So we will see how to get that off right now.
I'm not gonna reuse the original bolt, it's an M12 metric bolt. However, I did not have the proper length, so I need to cut a longer one to the original size. I'm planning on using this car a lot in the winter time, just as a winter sled. So you're gonna see me use a lot of anti-seize on all the fasteners. It's a good idea to brush off any loose rust from all the mating surfaces. I'm also applying a bit of silicone grease on the anti-roll bar here, where the rubber bushing goes. It's good to prevent any future rust and also prevent squeaking noises. You don't want to squeeze the bushings too hard together. There's not a torque value on this, there's actually a specified distance between the bottom of the nut and the bottom plate of the anti-roll bar link, and that is 40 millimeters.
So that's how you change the anti-roll bar links on an old beat-up Volvo 7040. That's all for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. There will be a lot of more content to follow. I will check over the whole car, make it fresh. I will clean up the paint and do just regular maintenance, change all the fluids and stuff, and try to get it past inspection, basically. That's the goal for now, to get it past inspection and road legal. So see you next time, guys. Bye. Thanks for watching.